Welcome back to another episode of the Miracle Marketing Podcast, where we bring you interviews from business owners, celebrity guests, and hot topics. I am your host, Brandon Adams, along with my co-host, super producer, Big Perion, who is back today. Missed you
Sorry.
yesterday, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Good, good. Nice day out here. Can't complain. How's everything going in the ATL?
It's been sunny. We got a little rain, but the sun came back out.
All right.
So it's been pretty good.
Good, good. Glad to always have you on the show, my brother. On today's
Thank
show,
you.
we
Thank
have
you.
a very special guest that we want to bring on. You may have seen him on The Voice. He is part of a new stage play that will be coming out soon. So he's here to tell you all about it. We're going to welcome to the show Mr. Chris Blue. How are you, Mr. Chris Blue? Welcome to the Miracle Marketing Podcast today.
Man, I'm great, bro. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be on the Miracle Marketing Podcast. It's a miracle that we all here, so I'm
Always,
excited.
Yes,
always,
sir.
always, sir. So you are a part of a new podcast that has a great cast, and some of the members of the stage play are from America. I'm sorry, are from The Voice, and some are from American Idol. We have Paris Bennett, we have yourself from The Voice, and we also have Earnest Pugh and Tony Grant. So tell us about the stage play, The Lost Son. We want to hear all about it.
Man, first off, that's an all-star cast. So I believe if you if you don't have plans on being in the house or being in that room, you might want to make plans on being in that room because those are all phenomenal talents, and I'm just honored I get to share the stage with them. So now to get to it, The Lost Son is basically if you're familiar with Bible scripture and reference and stories, if you've ever heard the story of the prodigal son, this story is very similar to that story in the Bible, and it kind of really touches on a lot of real life issues and real life situations and predicaments that people put themselves in, and that we face as people who deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because life is not easy, man. Every day is a different challenge for many of us, and it's just about finding our way and navigating through the inevitables and the reality of life.
Okay. Perion.
Aside from being in The Voice, and I know you've performed many different places. How did that prepare you for being in a stage play? Um, do you ever get nervous, or is this your first stage play?
No, so this is not my first stage play. This is actually my second stage play. This is a great question, and I I would say, man, I get nervous every time. There's a little bit of nerves that come across every single time I get on a platform because I want it to be excellent. Like I want it to be the best experience that I want you to walk away as a consumer saying, "Yo, that's the best experience I've had." Going out to an event, to a play, to a concert, show, whatever it is that you're, attending, I want you to walk away extremely satisfied and left with a memorable moment. So yeah, I would say, man, I get a little bit nervous, and some of that is really, really good. That could be, a healthy thing as well. For me, I typically use that nervous energy, and I just pray, and I'm like, God, obviously I don't have it all there. I want you to kind of take over and do the rest. And man, he does every single time.
Do you ever have to have you ever had to ad lib if like you missed a couple lines, just to keep going?
Um, no, I have not been in that position yet. And man, Big Perion, don't jinx me, Doc, because
Oh, no, no, no. No, no.
I don't
Because
I don't
a lot of times, um sometimes when you if you end up going off script, a lot of times it made the play better,
Fact.
because you got it made the play seem even more real,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I think it's, and that's, again, like I said, it's my second stage play, but it's really important. You bring a point up that I don't even know if you tried to, but you bring a point up that's really important for all actors. When you're on that stage, like, you're not just quoting or reciting lines. It's not about that at all. You have to really embody the character, embody that moment, and it has to become something real to you. You've got to find a way to connect to that character, and you got to make it real. And so if somebody goes off script, you got to follow them. You got to, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because what would you do in that real life moment? Would you go and cite hear ye, or would you know what I'm saying, follow suit? So I think that's really important. So good point.
yeah, yeah. The voice. How was that process? I think this was like probably like the second year of me being in Atlanta. We went to America's Got Talent when they had it here in Atlanta, man, and that line was so long, all day long, waiting to get in just to go through the paces to actually make it on the show. Like,
Yeah.
I know that was almost like a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people got a chance to around the world got a chance to hear you, to see your face, and anything you did after that, they're gonna be looking for. So
Right.
how was
So,
that experience?
man, it was the dream I never dreamed, to be honest with you. I never dreamt of being on a platform like that and, you know, singing before millions of people live, like every week. I didn't think that that would be the life that I would live, but you know, Jesus had other plans for me, and I was so grateful that I was in a position to receive. But man, that whole process for me was it was a lot. It was a
Yeah,
lot. So I did my audition in Atlanta as well. And I think we was at was it the Georgia Convention Center? It might have been the Georgia
yeah,
Convention.
yeah,
Yeah, so that line, dude, I got there. I was like, I'm gonna be on time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be early. So what's crazy is at the time, like just before I went to audition for this show, I was homeless. A lot of people don't know that, but I didn't have a place to stay. And so I was living out of this office building. I had just got into like this kind of rundown house that I had to kind of fix up myself, and then I had an opportunity to go on the voice to audition for the voice. My car wasn't gonna make it, so I told a dear friend of mine, who's like, "Yo, take my car," which was my dream car at the time. He's like, "Yo, take my car. Here's $100. Go do what God told you to do." I get to Atlanta, man. And I'm like, I'm gonna be early out here. I got there at 5:30 in the morning. I'm walking to the front door, like, yeah, I'm about to go here, do my thing, be home by 10, have some eggs and bacon. Man, that line wrapped around the building 3 or 4 times at 5:30 in the morning. I was like, this is
yeah,
crazy. It's crazy. But I got to the end of the line and went inside and did my thing, did what I could, and the rest is history, bro.
yeah. It's amazing, man, because you be out there, and a lot of times you get a little. I know I got a little nervous because you hear everybody else out there practicing and singing. You get a couple groups out there that done met each other and talking,
Yep,
and they just singing, and you're like, man, this is what I got to go up against. But
yep,
I think it's dope that you made it, and you're right. God is good, for putting you in that position, allowing your friend to be in his position so you could get there.
yeah.
As far as the stage play, was was it a lot of uh was it difficult learning your lines and just following, or you just related to the message?
What's crazy, man, I really do relate to the character and the message and the story of this play. I was brought up in church singing, in the children's choir, adults choir, all the choirs, you know. Then I, formed a group with my brothers. And so we're like singing around, traveling and doing that, going to churches. And then the opportunity, fast forward years and years later, I have an opportunity to get on a non-religious platform, and now I'm singing before the world. And I win that situation, and now I'm traveling around the world, and I'm in rooms, and I'm around people that I didn't think I'd be around, but now I'm around them, and I'm seeing what it's like, behind closed doors, and I'm seeing what it's like, at these parties and at some events. Now, I never attended a Diddy party, but I did go to some parties. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
so I got to experience, a taste rather of
Yeah.
what life is like, being out, in Hollywood. And I've really come to the realization that the Hollywood life isn't something that's for me,
Yeah.
you know. And if that means I now sacrifice certain opportunities, or, you know, me being able to work with certain people or whatever it is, then I mean, at that point it is what it is. I just know I don't wanna I don't wanna lose myself in trying to find someone else. That
Yeah.
makes any,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, and I know I started to
Yeah.
do that. I started to shift and change and become someone that I was not. And for a minute, man, I remember one day I woke up and I went to the bathroom. I just looked in the mirror and I was like, "Bro, who are you?" Because this is not the same dude I remember back in 2016, 2017 on a platform, wearing your bow tie, singing "Take Me to the King." It's not the same guy. So who are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
And when I had that conversation, that's when I realized, wait a minute, man, this world is really getting a hold of me. I need to take a step back. And so I have.
Yeah, man, that's really important, and I can relate to that because I had a lot of opportunities that I walked away from because of that. One, I was fortunate to get a lot of information early about some of the relationships and some of the things that certain people were into that I know I wasn't going to be into, and man, you can get caught up real quick because it's a lot of smiling faces out there, and there's a lot of people that want to take you up under their wing and say, "Let me take you here," and the next thing you know, you've been influenced quietly just through bumping shoulders, brushing shoulders with people. You've been influenced, and you start feeling like, okay, they got what I want. So maybe I need to start hanging around them more, doing this. And then the next thing you know, you done forgot everything, all of your basic training from church. And you just out there, man. So it's a real blessing
Yep.
that he because God is good. He'll show you, um, he'll give you an opportunity to walk in that garden,
Yes,
and do
sir,
your
Doc.
40 days and 40 nights,
Yes,
and he'll
sir.
show you the world and see
Yep.
if you could trust the voices or trust his voice, because he can give you everything that the enemy has showed you. He can give it to you without compromise.
Absolutely, man. Bro, don't think you exempt from being
Yeah.
tempted. None of us are exempt from temptation. Jesus was tempted,
Yeah.
right? But he laid out the blueprint of what we're supposed to do whenever we are tempted,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people say, well, I'll just ignore it, or I'm just going to pray. No, 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 no. What did Jesus do? Jesus said three words: "It is written."
Yeah.
Man shall not live by bread alone. It is written. Like, you don't just, all you got to do is just get in the word,
Yeah.
right? And when you infuse the word of God into your life, you'll have the strength you need to withstand all of those temptations, right? And resist the devil. And when you resist the
Yeah.
devil, he flees from you. I know all too well what it's like, man. My I'm not gonna call any names, but I was working with, several people. One cat I was working with, man, was you know, really influential in my life and was telling me, man, Blue, you need to do this, you need to do that, da 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 da. Cause if you do this and this, then it's gonna give you a good look to do this. And like honestly, he was right. He
Yeah.
was extremely right. Like everything he said to do that I did was right. Problem was, um, at what cost?
Yeah.
And I had to ask myself that is me obtaining this goal or this prize or this, you know, accolade, is it worth losing myself? Is it worth my life? Is
Yeah.
it worth losing a family? Is it worth all of this?
Yeah.
And the answer is simple. No. No, it's not worth it. Did
Yeah.
it feel
Or
good? Was it
Chris,
fun? Absolutely. No,
yeah.
it's not worth it.
Chris, I got a few things I want to go over with the play. Um, the play is going to be Saturday, June 21st. There's going to be two shows. Two shows. There's going to be a matinee at 3 o'clock. There's going to be one in the evening. Um, how did you get casted for the play?
So I've known a young man who's connected to Lynn, who's involved in the play, uh, for about I've known him for about maybe 5 or 6 years. My
Mhm.
brother-in-law, who's recently, passed away, would always bring me in on different projects and say, "Hey, man, you've got great talent. I've seen what you've been able to do. The world just needs to see it." And he just always believed in me and said, "I'm gonna bring you. I want to introduce you to this person that I know and that person." And it's just, I think it's just relationships, just building, good relationships with people, being connected to good people who know other good people, and just kind of a word of mouth type of deal. So yeah, I just received a call one day from Lynn Gibson. Say, "Hey man, we've got this opportunity. I really believe that you're perfect for it. Would you be interested in it?" And without question, I was like, "Absolutely, I'd be interested in it."
Nice. So the play is directed and produced by Carl Gilliard, produced by Lynn Gibson, Wayne Overstreet, and Ernest Pugh. I've been knowing Lynn a long time, good dude. One thing I can tell you about Lynn, he knows how to put on the show. He knows how to put on an event. I've been to his events and great show. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so how's the rehearsal time like? I know because you live in two different places. Do you just come in and do rehearsals, or how did that all come about?
Man, yeah, so a lot of the in-person rehearsals is probably going to happen like, a lot of them a little bit closer to time, of the actual event.
Mhm.
But for now, we just kind of get on Zoom and just kind of read through, talk through. I had a great conversation with Carl the other day, who, man, I think is phenomenal. And I'm really excited to work with him. And we just kind of talk through, different situations and scenarios, characters, and how we're going to, approach, just rehearsals. And for the most part, it's going to be through Zoom, and we're going to take our time, man, and just really, really hone in on these scenes. So, yeah, just really looking forward to it, man.
So are you going to be doing some singing, or are you going to be doing some singing? Which one we want to? Which one are you going to be
I'm
doing?
gonna leave. I can't say that. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. But I'm gonna open my mouth and make a joyful noise. So if y'all say it's singing or singing, I know what I'm gonna attempt to do. I'm gonna attempt to sing a little bit, but I'll leave y'all the judge and the jury for that.
So
Okay. So what role does Paris play in this? And for those that don't know, Paris Bennett, she was on American Idol. What role does she play in the play?
That's a great question. I I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Okay,
Like, it's all kind of happened, really, really fast for
really
me.
fast. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still learning everybody who's a part of like the production. I'm still learning all the cast members, and what their roles are. So I'm sure I will learn that information real soon. But at the moment, I don't even know. I just know that these are all phenomenal talents, and so I'm excited to work with everybody. That's all I do know.
And just to recap, everybody who will be in the play will be Tony Grant. He's the lead singer of the Temptations, award-winning actor, songwriter. We have Earnest Pugh, who's the Emmy and Stellar Award-winning gospel artist. We have Chris Blue, who is on the show with us right now, R&B vocalist and winner of The Voice Season 12. Paris Bennett, actress, singer, and American Idol Season 5 top finalist. This play, again, is going to be Saturday, June 21st. They have two show times, a matinee at 3 p.m. and a showtime in the evening at 7 p.m. It will be in Decatur, Georgia, at the Hope Theatreplex, 4650 Flat Shoals Parkway in Decatur, Georgia. You guys make sure you get tickets. How you can get tickets, you can go to the website. The website is thelostsunplay.com. Again, that is thelostsunplay.com. It is also on Eventbrite. I'm going to pass it back to Perion. Perion, you go ahead.
Getting a taste of acting, has it given you the writer's bug to work on your own play?
Nah, not yet.
I know it's a lot.
Yeah, I ain't been that bug ain't biting me. I'm dodging them right now. I ain't trying to write right now. I enjoy just playing characters, man. It's just fun, you know. I find so much excitement, and it's also enlightening because you learn a lot too about, you know, individual characters and different, you know, scenarios that you don't necessarily play. Like this one, you know, I'm able to truly relate, but there are other characters that, you know, I've never, you know, had an opportunity to you know, work around or be in that position to really relate to. So I just enjoy the acting side, man. I'm not a writer, and I don't have any plans on writing in the moment, but you know, who knows? That might change. That might change.
As far as
go ahead.
personally outside of the go ahead, B.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Outside of the play and the voice, what do you have coming up for yourself?
Well, last year I released a gospel hymns record, and so that's been doing really well, man. That actually hit #1 3 times in sales. So I'm thankful for that. I'm working on another record at the moment, another worship record, and a Christmas album that I'm working on right now. So that's gonna be out this Christmas, and excited to to release that, man. A lot of people have been, you know, talking a lot about it, and so that's kind of what I'm working on. I'm on tour right now, and I'm just kind of going around and just singing, man. So that's pretty much all I got going up. If you want to know more about what I have doing or what I got coming up, man, chrisblue.com. It'll tell you everything.
And is that the same for your all your social media?
So all my socials are Chris B Live, Instagram, Facebook, Chris Blue Live on Twitter. Somebody stole Chris B Live and they are not letting it go. So I I couldn't get it. But Chris Blue Live on Twitter, Chris B Live on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. And the website is chrisblue.com. So
That's dope. B?
So, Chris, after being on The Voice, when you are just maybe out and about in places, do people ever stop you and be like, "Hey, weren't you on The Voice?"
man, dude, it happens all the time. Not as much as it used to,
Mhm.
but it still happens. And you know what's even worse now? Like I actually liked it better then than I do now. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because then cats approach you instantly, like, yo, I know this guy. Can I take a picture? Now people just watch you, right? They just looking like, okay, what he doing? How he acting around how, you know what I'm saying? How he treating his daughter, they just watching. And then at the last second, they be like, bro, I just want you to know I'm a huge fan. blah 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 blah. I didn't want to come off too crazy or whatever, but man, I just want you to know I watched you on The Voice and I love it. So now it's like you think you in public. For me, I think I'm in public and nobody knows me, and sure enough, half the room knows me. They just not telling me.
Yeah. They have to be careful nowadays because, man, so many different celebrities have flipped out on fans, just going crazy. They don't want to do autographs, take pictures. They fighting photographers like they don't know, so they have to ease up on you now. So
Yep.
that's good.
Yep.
That's good.
So,
As far as uh uh what about a podcast? Is a podcast in your future?
That's you know what? That's actually something I've been thinking about, man. I really have. I just I don't know if it's gonna be as I don't know if it's gonna be as good as the Miracle Marketing Podcast, and I want to make sure I'm doing something that's
Yeah,
real nice. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate the plug, my brother.
yeah, man.
But
But a singing podcast where you have singers.
that's a good point, Doc. That's a good point. I might have to. I don't know, man. Well, we might have to pull you over there and come produce a little bit for us.
Hey, I don't
In
have
the
no
off
problem
season.
with that.
Off season. Hold on, in the off season. I don't want no trouble.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
want
we
no
work
trouble.
we
Oh.
work all year long, man. We don't have no off season. We here. We here. We work together.
We
I
work
love it.
all the time, my brother. So get Perry on that track, and it's gonna be a guaranteed hit. Guaranteed.
I bet. I love it. I love it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna think about that. That's something that's yeah. All right, cool. But you the second person that said that to me recently, so there must be something in it.
Confirmation.
Yep.
You'll get it a third time.
Samuel had four, so we got two more to go.
So
Yes, sir.
we're
Yes,
just gonna
sir.
do a quick recap again, everybody. Play again is Saturday, June 21st at the Hope Theatreplex. Two shows, one at 3 o'clock, another one at 7, starring Tony Grant, Ernest Pugh, Chris Blue, and Paris Bennett. This is at 4650 Flat Shoals Parkway in Decatur, Georgia, 30034. You can get the tickets on the lostsonplay.com. Again, that's the lostsonplay.com. And if you want to follow the stage play, you can follow it at the Lost Son Stage Play on Instagram, that and also on Facebook. So you guys make sure you go support, make sure you check it out, make sure you start getting your tickets now because we know it's going to sell out. Got a good people that I know that produced this play, and we got some people that I know that also are in the play, and we got them right on the show here, Mr. Chris Blue. So you guys make sure you guys go check that out.
Yeah,
Please
and
go
for
ahead.
for everybody that don't know, he's not talking about Samuel from around the corner. He's talking about Samuel from out of the Bible when he was woken up out of his sleep by the Lord 4 times. So he's not talking about Sammy up the street.
Right. Nah. I don't even know Samuel from up the street. Now I'm excited about this play, man. I really believe that it's gonna be like very impactful. It's not just like for those who just want to get out and have a good night, go to an event, see a play. Yes, your expectations will be met, but man, if you got some stuff that you really like you dealing with and you just kind of need some inspiration, you kind of need some motivation, you just kind of need to God need to just do something different in your heart and your life, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be that for you. When I tell you the singers that is on this cast is crazy. So if you have nothing else, you're gonna get a good concert. If nothing else, you're gonna hear some good singing. But
See, he said
I'm excited
singing.
as well.
Yeah, he said singing. He put the
He
A in
said
there.
singing, so we already got it plugged. He didn't say sing, he said singing. So you already know.
Yes, sir.
Well, Chris, thank you for taking the time out to be with us on the show. Tell us all about the stage play. You know, we want you to do great in both shows, and you're always welcome to come back to the show. If you go ahead before you leave, tell everyone where they can follow you and find you on social media.
Absolutely, absolutely. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Chris B Live, Chris the letter B, Live, live. On Facebook, the same, Chris B Live. On Twitter, Chris Blue Live. On TikTok, Chris B Live. So Chris B Live on everything but X, not Twitter, but X. It's Chris Blue Live. And then if you just need help with all of that, if you want something simple, just go to my website, chrisblue.com, and all my social platforms up there. So I look forward to meeting all you guys, either through social media, through my website, or on June 21st, either the matinee or the night session. So I'll see you guys then. God bless y'all.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you get your tickets to the stage play. Thanks, Chris, for being on the show. Perry on.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man.
All right.
Appreciate you, bro. Be good.
All right, you too, man.